I do ask you to respect the time limit, please. There are a lot of people here that want to speak.
Good evening. My name is Josephine Norwood, and I am an involved, and when I say involved, a very involved parent. I serve on the Bronzeville City Action Council. I'm an LSC member, as well as a parent rep for the Catalyst Editorial Board. I'm here tonight, and it saddens me to be here because this is all so familiar. I've been down this road 4 times with 2 sons and a daughter. I've had 4 closings among the 2 of my sons. And I tell you, I wonder when will the madness end. I'm here tonight representing mainly my middle son, who's 11 years old, who has autism. And if anyone knows about autism, parents alone know that that is a challenging, very challenging disorder. And autism, the children thrive and progress from repeatedly, from repetition. And at this time, my son was uprooted from Abbott. I am one of the parents that did go through the circle of not once, but twice uprooting my son from back and say Alex to Abbott, and now to McCullen. And what that does for an autism child, it throws him off if he's yet to be uprooted again. And now I'm proud to say McCullen has put him on track. McCullen is an A1. And when I say A1 school, A1. Regardless of what statistic or what the numbers have said, there have been exceeding and progress made at McCullen. And due to the fact that the classrooms, because there are autistic children, that the classrooms are small, but that is state law. There could be no more than 13 children in each class, so that should not be counted as a part of the utilization process. It would be unfair to the children that most need the education. And also, it's a safe haven. From walking in the door to Mr. Corrigan, who taught my son how to write 2 and 3 years ago when he was said that he couldn't write, from Dr. Ahmed.
Control over him. He started attending McClellan School. David now speaks to me. He says, "Hello, Wendy." He sings. He has the voice of an angel. And then it's from the staff at McClellan. This isn't even my child. My child's somebody different. But this is an autistic child who doesn't deserve to be uprooted from his home. He loves the halls of that school. He sings like an angel. And it's wrong for you to take that away from him. Those classes need to be small. Go there. Embrace it. See these teachers who give up their lives for these autistic children. Don't disappoint David. Don't take David away from his mom. David's mom, she doesn't speak English well. But David has a chance in this world because of the teachers at McClellan. Don't do that to David. And to the rest of the kids, I can only speak for him because I've seen the difference in him. So don't do that to David. That's what I ask. Don't do it to my son either.
Kelly High School.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es José Hernández. Vengo de la escuela Kelly High School. Hello, I'm here from Kelly High School. I'm a member of the LSC there. I'm a community member. At the beginning of this year, we selected a new principal. Our school is going through a transformation. Our school had about 150 students that were designated as dropouts. And because of that, the school went to level 3. The school should not be a level 3. The school should be other than a level 3. So please correct that mistake. Now, if I was able to find 2 mistakes, one at Calmeca and one at Kelly High School, the numbers, I'm beginning to wonder how the numbers look throughout the city. I mean, should these schools really be a level 3? Because Calmeca shouldn't be here on this list. Kelly High School should not be here on this list either. So I'm beginning to wonder what's going on or how are you working those numbers. Please, also, take Kelly out of this list. It doesn't belong here. Thank you.
Parkman. My name is Tanyana Frazier. I'm LSC Vice Chair at our school. This is my daughter and one of her fellow classmates. The reason why I'm here is to let CPS know that we as parents, teachers, staff cannot just sit back and allow you all to take our children's school from them. And see, what trips me out with CPS, you have all this data and this knowledge, want to sit here and tell us what our kids truly need, that the schools are underused and this, that, and the other. But if you could come and sit and see what's going on about the class size, because see, when you have too many children in one room, someone's going to be left out when it comes down to their education. When there's a smaller class, the child has a tendency of learning. And see, I'm going to speak for mine. My baby is an honor roll student. She has a very good teacher. Every last one of the teachers she done had is excellent. And it comes from having a small classroom. Because see, when you put too many people in one room, you can't expect them all to learn what needs to be learned. And see, what I don't understand with CPS is these charter schools. I was reading the paper the other day about UNO. And see how you all are spending all millions and millions of dollars for these schools, and you all are forgetting about the ones that are important, our kids and the taxpayers. I'm a taxpayer, and we should be the ones to decide what's right for our kids. None of you all know, because your kids are not in our schools. Your kids don't come down here with us. They don't sit with our kids and learn. Because you know why? You're not going to put your baby in there with my baby. You're not going to send them down here to our neighborhood and have them to learn what our kids have to learn. Your kids are not going to put up and have to deal with what our kids have to deal with. My baby is learning. Who are you to take that from her? That is her right. And here it is, you want to tell us that we got to pay to send our kids to school. When we start doing that? I'm 39 years old. My parents ain't never had to pay for me to go to school. And why should our kids have to start paying now? Why should we have to flip the bill for what you all want to do to our kids? This is my baby. I'm the one that dictates what goes on in my household and what she should do and what she shouldn't do. And you all don't have that right to take that from her. She has the right to learn. She has the right to get the best education. She has the right to get whatever it is that the rest of these kids get. That includes yours too. So why deny mine? Why deny mine hers?
Thank you.
Here she is. Come tell her what you need to know, baby. Let them know. Tell her, this is my child, my honor roll student, baby. While she's standing here in front of every last one of y'all, this is mine. But I want her to have that education. I stand on it. An African-American woman.
Hello, I'm Najee Terrell, and I'm here to say that I'm afraid to close down the schools because I'm just a child. I made it through every grade, and I want to keep that. I'm an honor roll student. Why should they close the schools? I want to learn. I want to be smart.
That's a CPS student. Can I get a Parkman? Where Parkman at? Come on, my Parkman students. Come on, come on. We cannot let them take our schools from us. We shall not be moved.
Let's make sure everybody get an opportunity to speak.
My name is Brian Hester. I'm a former student of Parkman. It is because of the education that I received at Parkman that I was able to go on and graduate from college. I've attained 2 master's degrees, and also the teachers that I had at Parkman inspired me to be a teacher as well. I'm not saying that to toot my own horn. I'm just saying that because I think we really need to take a look at the whole picture. And my biggest concern is there's been so much instability in Chicago public schools, starting with the change of CEOs. We've had almost 4 or 5 CEOs over the past 4 or 5 years. The same thing at the building level, schools being turned around, principals being promoted, which is a good thing, but new principals being placed in these positions. And it's been too much chaos. Through all of that change, there's been new initiatives. As soon as you start implementing one, here comes the next CEO, here comes the next push, and there's been too much instability, and closing any of these schools would be a disservice to our students. I'm here to support all of the students, all of the schools, and all of the children that attend them. Enough has to be enough. It's been too much instability. That's what I think needs to be the issue here, is the instability that our kids have to endure to go to schools. We all know about the gang lines the students have to cross, the safety issues, the transportation issues. If we are aware of all of these problems, I hope that CPS will arrive at the decision and lead the neighborhood schools along. Thank you.
My name is Willie Walker, and I'm a foreign student from Parkman Elementary School. And I have something to read. I have an aggregate reasons why Parkman should be closed down. Okay, shouldn't, rather. A child is born with no one but the parent to teach. That parent becomes the teacher with something to teach. That in itself has been the foremost tool for all mankind, the learning process. Without it, the mind becomes, as it is said, a terrible thing to waste. It is also said that it takes a whole village to raise a child. In our society, it's called a community. In each community, there are placed learning institutions. In these institutions are also placed the teachers, which the parents give their children the learning tools in order to facilitate the learning operations. The community places its trust in the community's learning institutions. When the parent sends the child 5 days a week to learn basic educational skills, Parkman Elementary School has been the learning institution for our community for decades. I myself has attended Parkman Elementary School when I was a child. It was a stepping stone of my educational skills that perhaps led me to become a Chicago firefighter, now retired. My daughter also attended Parkman Elementary School, where I have reestablished an ongoing communication with the teachers and staff at Parkman Elementary. I now also have 2 granddaughters that attend Parkman. I now realize that it has been a family tradition to attend this learning institution at Parkman Elementary School. If ever, in an ongoing closing of the schools today, there has been a proliferation of dropouts. The foundation of learning skills taught by Parkman Elementary School not only leads as an institution for the basic educational skills, but also provides some emotional skills for the children in its low-income neighborhood. Parkman Elementary School has always stood for the higher education provided by the resources rendered unto them. If the teachers call of duty in all military, semi-military operations around the world, including colleges from city to universities, they train for jobs, and basic training has always been the starting point in these endeavors. Parkman Elementary School facility provides these basic educational training skills, starting with preschool, kindergarten to 8th grade, where extracurriculum also provides for a higher curriculum in the school. Preparation for high school also. Okay, in closing statements, I say this. Okay, in closing statement, I say this, that this process should be reconsidered, not only for the teachers and staff of the learning institution at Parkman Elementary, but also the parents and the children of the community therein. I speak not only for the communities surrounding Parkman, but for the communities throughout the United States of America. My name is Willie Walker, and I oppose closing down the basic educational school at Parkman Elementary.
Okay, we want to announce that there is another breakout session that's about to start. If anyone would like to attend that breakout session, please leave to get that information. He will guide you over there to the next breakout session. Okay, we got Richards High School, Seward, Sherman, Shields, and Shields Middle School. We have Thomas and Tilden High School. Okay. Seward? Yes. No one came up from Seward.
I'm sorry that many of you are leaving. I know that the time is late. My name is Kimberly Bowski, and I work at Seward, and we're listed as overcrowded. This overcrowded and undercrowded jazz is something that I don't understand, because if you look at the map for the standardized tests and why schools fail, it's the same map as if you overlay the underutilization of schools. This is a formality. I think that we should all band together and fight for the whole district because the district is being dismantled. Charter schools are trying to take the place and take the public school money. And although I don't begrudge any charter school teacher for working where he or she does, I do believe that we should fight for quality public traditional education. The teachers don't make those decisions. The parents don't make those decisions. The district does. And even though the district is my boss, it sometimes makes decisions on the behalf of money and not on children. We all are neighborhood people, we are all citizens, we are all guests of this country and of this city, and our children deserve quality public school education. And that should be left best to the people who are on the ground with the children. That would be us. We've tried this closing of schools and it has not worked. It is a policy that has failed. And all of our children, not just the blacks, not just the Latinos and the whites, all of our children deserve great public schools. And the money that we put into the public schools, those taxes aren't going down. That money goes somewhere, and yet we get less and less service. That doesn't seem right. Nobody likes to pay for nothing. So all of us need to band together. All of us need to stop this game of this school is overcrowded and it's taking the resources from this school is underutilized. We need to be looking at each other, because if you ever go to these hearings, we're looking at the front when really the people who are out of the room and are in the back are the people that we should be talking to. So let's band together, save public education, and claim our birthright in this country of quality, integrated public schools for all.
Good evening. My name is Ronald Jackson, LSC at Tilden High School, and an advocate and a member of the NAACP. Let me tell you, the reason why they're having this meeting today is because you know last year they had the paid protesters to come to these meetings. The Chicago Educational Task Force said you won't do it this year. These are the people who will get the answers for you. Their job is to get the answer to help close your school. That's what they're doing. If they was truly open and transparent, why have Bennett or the law department told the special ed teachers that they're going to court to remove themselves from the Corey H. Act? If I'm not telling the truth, I will remove myself from the LSC from Tilden, and I will resign from the NAACP. They cannot tell you that. You go down to the federal court, look up docket number 92CH3409, and it will show you that the Board of Education is going in there to remove themselves from the Corey H. Act. What this means is that those kids who getting those service, you better watch out, because the board is not going to give you those service. Number two, these people who are making the decision are not even educators. You got Adams up here who has not been with the system not even 2 years, and he's making the decision. You have another gentleman who's saying that he's in the military. Bennett put him in there to make the decision. None of these people is making the decision for you because they're not educated. If they want to tell the truth, why don't they go back and get that TIF money that the Board of Education have a right to, over $400 million. They're not fighting for that. They're not fighting for the lottery money, but yet they want to come in and close your school for unutilized. Who unutilized those schools? They did. What I'm asking everyone in here is to get an audit of your school for the last 8 years, 9 years, and get an audit for the state and federal level, and that is the way to stop them from closing your school, because we know that the board and their predecessor has many years misappropriated state and federal funds, but due to people in high places, they're being protected. Let's be real. How in the world can you have a book that's 10 years old still in your classroom, but they're saying they're getting money from SIPA or whatever they want to call it? You know. Now you need to ask them that question. Ask them the question.
Ward Elementary. Okay, we're gonna go back through again. Anyone from Armour? Brighton Park, Burroughs, Calmecca, Chavez, CICS, Columbia Explorers, Daly, Davis, Dewey, Everett, Evergreen, Fulton, Burnham, Green, Gonzalez, Haynes, Hamlin, Healy, Hedges, Hendricks.
Hello, my name is Leonor Garcia. I am currently an 8th grade student at Hendricks Academy. I stand before you today to share what my school, Hendricks Academy, means to me. I like that Hendricks Academy is a small school because with a small school, teachers can connect with each student individually. I have experienced a lot of different things here than in any other school I've been to. In Hendricks, I feel 100% taken care of. I have also learned things that are up to my standards. And if I want to be challenged, I can count on the teachers to do just that and challenge me. Teachers spend a lot of time before school, after school, and sometimes on Saturdays to help students achieve their goals. I really developed a love for reading at Hendricks. The teachers, and especially Miss Pearson, the principal, make sure that the students have a lot of reading materials. You can always suggest authors and they'll find the book for you, sometimes purchasing them from their pockets. Why do you want to close down our school? I have always been told that in order to reach success in life, I must have an education. So why take away the school that does just that? It gives us an excellent education. I'll be graduating this year. However, I want my brothers and sisters to also graduate from Hendricks. Thank you for listening.
Holden, Laura, Libby,
Thank you. I wanted to be respectful. I know we had over the 2, so I wanted to wait for the second round. I stand here as the proud principal of Libby Elementary and Middle School, representing a community and a people that I'm immensely proud of and advocate as their educational leader. A community and a group of people that I've had the opportunity to grow with and learn from over the past 6 years, and they truly do define resiliency and persistence. With so many voices to be heard about all the issues that you've heard of safety, I do want to reiterate that unfortunately, we just buried a 15-year-old child that couldn't get 15 feet from our school district and was shot down 17 times. So I would question if Libby is closed. Please keep the other 550 safe, because I didn't want to bury another one. I really didn't want to bury that one. So please worry about my 550. I also want to reiterate that as we talk about underutilization, I just want to clarify the report. And hopefully these notes get back and added into the blueprint. We have 2 adult GED programs for the parents and community. That takes up 2 classrooms. We have 5 fine arts programs: dance, drumline, choir, drama, and media arts, partnered with the YMCA. That takes 5 classrooms. As a former teacher at Franklin, different demographics, they get those fine arts classrooms. I think my kids should too. A classroom that we have honors literature and algebra, which is the district initiative that we've been doing for 3 years. We have a school that provides monthly produce truck for the parents and communities on the 2nd Friday of every month. I'm not sure they would pull into a boarded up school to pass out produce. We have 2 low incident classrooms for autism that are capped at 12 kids, not 32, which is what's on the blueprint. We have 5 special ed classrooms that are capped at 16, not 32. That's an 80 child difference, probably a few underutilization percentage points. We also are a middle schools to watch program that was recognized on the state and the national level. I quote Secretary Duncan in June of 2010, who shook our hand and said, "Thanks for the great work. Libby's come a long way." That's just our Secretary of Education. So, in all due respect, please excuse my passion, but there is a lot more to know than what your utilization report has shown. And I please invite, as Mayor Rahm and Barbara Byrd Bennett have come out, with the cameras to come out unexposed, and let's spend the day together. And I think you'll see what I see, that those 550 kids are damn well worth investing in.
Good question.
She's getting all this information. We have a speaker here. Go ahead, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Alicia Hardy, and I am the dance teacher at Libby Elementary School. And I couldn't help but notice here on the Chicago Public Schools paper, I just want to quote really quickly. By right-sizing the district's footprint, we will be able to better redirect our limited resources and invest in programs that will give all of our children a more well-rounded, high-quality education that they deserve. That's excellent, right? We all want that for our children. The kind of investments we can make to support students and their learning include new technology, playgrounds, libraries, more nurses and counselors, and art and music programs. If you close Libby Elementary School, you're taking that away from the kids that you say you want to give it to them. That's all I have to say. We're just taking it away.
Good evening. My name is Eric Werge. I'm the Director of Community Schools for the YMCA of Metropolitan Chicago, and we have been a proud partner with Libby since 2004. Our community school partnership with Libby really defines what a true partnership should be. We, together with Principal Jones and Assistant Principal Barrera, together jointly fund the Fine Arts program at Libby, dance, drumming, drama, choir, because we do recognize that students are more than a test score and have the right to the programs that many other schools in other communities have. This past year in 2012, the calendar year, between the Performing Arts program and the Out of School Time program that Libby and the YMCA run jointly, we provided more than 37,000 student hours of participation. Students engaged in programming and also in a safe and supportive environment, which you clearly have seen is provided by these wonderful teachers and this fantastic administration. As also was mentioned, just this past fall, we started our first GED program at Libby. 15 adults in the fall. It's grown to 28. Might not sound like a lot, but that's people's lives that we're talking about. And 62% of those students from the fall raised their reading score by at least one level. So they should be very proud, and we are very proud. Finally, we just, as other people have mentioned too, the United Way, lead partner agencies like the YMCA, Microsoft, all came together in the fall to announce a partnership bringing new technology to the parent engagement rooms in schools like Libby, and Mayor Rahm Emanuel was there and was very pleased with what was going on. So in short, we value our partnership with Libby so much. We want it to continue. It deserves to continue. Thank you.
Hello, I don't have much to say, but my name is Nita King Holmes. My daughter is a student at Libby Elementary School. She's in the 4th grade there. This is her first year at Libby Elementary School. And normally she was an honor roll student, but since she's been there, she's having trouble in math. Now, I am a concerned parent, and I go to the school whenever they're open house to speak to the teachers to find out what I can do to help her in her math, because she got an F. First time she ever got an F before. And I was told by the teachers that, I suggested, well, maybe she come to school early, stay to school late. What can we do to help her bring up her math, make better grades in math? They told me all of these things would be possible, but nothing has happened since she received the F. Then they offered an after-school program, which I took off early from work, so I make sure that I went and signed my daughter up for it because, again, she's having a problem in math, and she had never had a problem in math before. And they said then if she signed up for this after-school program, all of these incentives she would get, like a tablet or something, which made her very excited because she thought that maybe she can stay after school and bring her math skills up and then receive a tablet at the end of the program. But then they told her that she wasn't accepted. So my thing is, as a concerned parent, what can I do? What can we do to get our children the help that they need? When there's a problem like this, a child receiving a grade like an F, that's failure. I mean, somebody needs to be taking out extra time and so that she can get what she needs so she won't be getting Fs on her report card. So,
Graham.
Hi, good evening. My name is Christine Campos, and I represent Graham School. I am one of the parents there. I'm an LSC member. I am an NCLB Title I PAC member, as well as former collaborative board member. I'm on the PTA as well, so you might say I'm a very involved parent. I see things that go on at the school, and let me tell you, nothing has been in the decline. It has all been on the up. We have converted 2 more rooms into computer labs. We now have an art room with an art teacher for the students. My daughter is a straight A student. She is here tonight on her birthday to ask you not to close her school. I believe Graham School has a lot more to do. Of course, no school is perfect. We have room for improvement, as all our other schools. But one thing I did ask Ms. Bennett when I met her at a conference yesterday, at the ESEA conference, I had the chance to ask her why, if she'd be able to be at this meeting, and she said no. I asked her why not. She said because her own committee members had advised her not to come. That kind of scares me, because if you are her committee members and you told her not to come, I would think it would be in her best interest to be at these meetings, for you guys to schedule these meetings so that there wouldn't be 2 and 3 going on at a time, because I know at West Tech Institute, they're having another meeting going on for the Pilsen area schools. I think she should have been here, been at every other one. I also think that maybe you should do like a secret shoppers. You know how they go into the stores to discover things? You should do that with the charter schools, because I know for a fact them charter schools are not all on the up and up. And if you want our kids to go to those schools, I would not want to send my child to a school where I know they change the grades just to satisfy a parent. I believe my child should get what she earns, and she does that now as a straight A student at Graham School. So I would say reconsider many of these schools, as well as Alexander Graham School. Thank you.
Seward, Sherman, Shields, and Shields Middle School, Thomas, and Ward. Are there anyone there from those schools that would still like the opportunity to speak? Okay, thank you. We're opening the floor now to any community partners or stakeholders that would like to speak.
Again, we ask that you respect the time, please. It's getting late, and the people who want to speak do want to say something, please.
My name
2
is Martin
minutes.
Ritter.
Sorry.
2
2
minutes.
minutes.
Martin Ritter. I'm a teachers union organizer. I organize with communities. We must all come out against school closings and charter school expansion. Thank you. Teachers, parents, and students and community members, no offense to these suits up here who have no educational experience in our classrooms, but they're not making the decisions. Rahm Emanuel is making the decisions. His office is on the 5th floor of City Hall. And in 2 years, when he tries to get reelected, we need to remember who closed our schools. How many of you read the paper on Monday, the Sun-Times, the front page about Uno charter schools and how they have campaign contributions and other types of patronage and graft and corruption? Those are the people they're handing off our schools to run for their own benefit. This is another example of non-educators making decisions about education. All right? These are our kids, our schools, and our communities, and we can't stand for it. If you think in September that teachers were a little pissed off, wait till you try to close their schools. If you think parents were pissed off in September that they couldn't send their kids to school because teachers and clinicians were fighting for justice, wait till you close those parents' schools. And lastly, on a flyer that was circulating in the crowd, it says, still separate, still unequal. Let me see that one right there. CEO Barbara Bird Bennett's phone number is on here. Put it in your phone. It's 773-553-1500. Call her. Tell her how you feel when your school is on the list that comes out on February 13th. Tell your neighbors, tell your kinfolk, tell your family to call the CEO. Thousands of us, hundreds of thousands of us, must organize to oppose these school closings. This does not benefit children. It only benefits the pockets of charter school operators. Please fight back. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm back again. As you notice, none of them answered the question about the Corey H. Act because they don't want those parents, special ed students, to know about the law that the board is going to court with. To show you how the board is going undercover and doing things backwards, as a parent at Tilden, my school went through a transformation in 2010. I have documents to show it. We went to the hearing. Miss Kirby, who just came in 11, saying that Tilden should be turned around, had no knowledge of what was going on, but yet here she is coming into a school saying, your school should be turned around without even seeing the document. We was a level 3 school, we went to a level 2, but check this out. When school started back, the school was destabilized when they let the principal illegally took all the teachers out who they saying were good teachers but wasn't really good teachers. So now you wonder how your child is going to learn. Before they took programs out of our school, we had culinary, we had computer technology, we had automotive. Tilden had over 1,000 kids in there. I asked Miss Kirby, as of today, where's the list at to show that due to y'all taking these programs out, that y'all destabilized Tilden. As of today, and that was in November, I haven't even received the list. I'm an LSC. By law, I have a right to these documents, but thanks to peoples in the law department and other people, they're stopping the LSC for doing what by law they have a right to do. So that's why these schools are destabilized. It's people like this who doesn't care whether your kids get from A to B. All they care about how much money they're going to get for getting that extra bonus, for getting that school closed or destabilized. As of today, ask her, what happened to the program that was in Tilden? They're saying there's a list going out to these feeder schools. As an LSC, I haven't even seen a list of what these kids asked for. But the students came to me and said what they wanted. As of today, no one from the network met with me, no one, because I'm one of those real parents, one of those real LSC who you can't buy under the table like they're doing. You ask them, where is the programs at?
He has to change the tape, so we want to make sure all comments are recorded. Okay, you can start, sir.
My name is Keith Keisel, and I'm a parent, foster parent, technically, at Fulton School. Fulton School, I have served in the local school council. I had substitute taught there when I used to be a substitute teacher in the system. and I'm also a substitute teacher in some of the charter schools in the system. Since I've been a parent at Fulton, we have a wonderful new principal. Fulton has gone from level 3 to level 2. The kids love the new principal. The kids are coming to school. They say that the school is under enrollment. But what do you expect when you have a charter school around the corner? So now you're building the charter schools up. The kids are going to the different schools, and now you want to blame the school for having under enrollment when you put a charter school to take the kids away from there. But I'd like to say on behalf of Fulton, Fulton is making progress, is diverse, excellent principal, sending the kids into less diverse neighborhoods around may cause more problems than the nice diversity is going on. My daughter's she's in preschool, Head Start, and already she's picking up Spanish, and they're not even teaching it. And I like to see it stay that way. So I like to, on behalf of Fulton Grammar School, I'd like to say keep the school open. If not, as a matter of fact, build a whole new building. Plenty of vacant lots in the neighborhood, so I'm here on behalf of Fulton and the great strides that they are doing at Fulton on this year.
We have 10 minutes left.
Good evening. I know most people have left. My name is Pauline Lippman. I'm a member of Teachers for Social Justice, which is part of the grassroots education movement in Chicago. That is a coalition of 23 community organizations from the West Side, the South Side, and the North Side, as well as the Chicago Teachers Union and 3 other unions. And we are organizing citywide to fight this. We cannot fight this school by school. We cannot fight this network by network. There is only one way we can fight this. We have to fight this together. We can't just say, don't close Fulton, or don't close Graham, or don't close Libby, because not one school should be closed. Because we should be very, very clear what this is about. The most powerful people in this city, the bankers and the corporate CEOs that run the Board of Education and run this city, are trying to close a budget gap on the backs of our children. And furthermore, we have to ask, is there really a budget deficit? Look at that green sheet that was handed out. Every year they say there's a budget deficit, and every year they find the money. I don't know if there's a budget deficit, but if there is, they need to cut the law department at CPS, the communications department at CPS. That's where the money is, not on the backs of our children. So I want to encourage everyone to connect with the grassroots education movement, a coalition that's been fighting these school closings every year since they started. We have to put a stop to this, and it's going to take a lot of power to stop it. That means we have to be together. So if you want to talk about it, if you want to get connected, let me know.
My name is Pete Johnson. My son goes to McClellan Elementary. And I just want to say, if the CEO of CPS thinks our children are so important and the mayor thinks our children are so important, they make 6 figures and they're sitting at home right now. And we're here, we're not making a penny, fighting for our kids' education while they're at home watching TV. It's ridiculous, $250,000. They're complaining about a deficit. She makes $250,000 a year. Take a pay cut. Take a pay cut. We all have to take money out of our pockets to make ends meet. Everybody that's making the money, the board, the mayor, they don't take a cut. They don't give back to the community. It's all publicity to get reelected. That's all it is. That's all I have to say.
I am a former student of McLean Elementary, Tilden High School, and my daughter is a student at Armour. I've been in the community of Bridgeport all my life. You're asking me to close those schools. If you do, you're gonna ask me to move out of the place where I live. It's hard for me as it is to manage around. Not everybody has the same issues, but for me, I'm not able to assist my daughter when she goes up to school and when she comes back. My wife is. I live right in front of the school because she cannot drive. So if you put that in front of me, I'm sorry. You're definitely doing something really bad. But most importantly, you're taking the education from my kids. That's it. Simple as that. Money-wise, I'm willing to pay more if it's come to taxes. I don't know about everybody else, but you asking me, I'll put a few more bucks on the table. I just please ask you, keep my schools open. That's it.
Thank you. We'll stick around to someone. Anyone want to have any questions for the chiefs? They will stay around for the next 5 to 10 minutes.